And finally, through the practice of Jnana, the path of Advaita Vedanta, when I realize what my true nature is. See, there is a peace gained out of a dharmika life. There is the peace gained out of nishkama karma, karma yoga. There is the peace gained out of yoga, shutting down the mind. There is the peace gained out of filling the mind with love and devotion to God. All powerful ways and all necessary. Now we come to the crux of the matter. How does Advaita Vedanta help us in getting peace? How does it help us in overcoming stress? From an Advaitic perspective, if we realize who or what we truly are, we will realize we are forever beyond the possibility of stress also. Stress can affect the body, it can affect the mind, but it will not affect who or what we truly are. And when we realize that, the interesting thing is, the realization comes in the mind in which we realize, I am the Atman, I am pure consciousness. In that mind, stress goes down. So, peace, attainment of peace, overcoming stress is possible through self-realization. So I was thinking of taking a little bit of material from one of my favorite Advaita masters who was here, Vidyanarayan Swamy, 600 years ago. So in his Panchadashi, he uses the story of the 10th man. I have used it sometimes, some of you must have heard this. He uses it to great effect. He analyzes the whole of spiritual path, the path of Advaita, using that story of the 10th man. Briefly, here is the story of the 10th man, how he uses it for Advaita and how we can use it experientially for overcoming stress, attainment of peace. Here goes. First, the story. It is well known to all of us. 10 people set out on a journey, and 10 friends. On the way, they came across a river, and they crossed the river, and then they thought, have we all crossed or did somebody die? Let's count. And they began to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my God, the 10th person is not there. 10th person has drowned. The others said, no, let me count. And they started counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my God, the 10th person is drowned. And they sat down, started wailing. And then a passerby comes and he asks, what's wrong, my friends? Why are you crying? Well, we were 10 and we crossed the river and now we are 9. Our friend, the 10th person, unfortunate person, was washed away. He's drowned, he's dead. We are weeping for him. That person must have counted and he said, look, don't cry. The 10th person is there. That's what the Guru tells us. That's what Advaita Vedanta tells us, that don't cry, don't weep. There is a solution to the suffering of this world, and the solution is self-realization. The 10th person is there. They said, where is the 10th person? We know the 10th person is not there. How do you know? We counted. There are only 9 of us. And then this person says, well, at least, count again. I'll show you. And then they stand up and one of them starts counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I told you. And this man comes and takes this counter's hand and turns it this way and says, Dashamas Twamasi, you are the 10th. 10. This man says, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, the 10th person has been found. Yeah, that deserves a clap. And then the others say, let me try. And they all try and they all find the 10th person and they are so happy. So that's the story. Now, Vidyanarayan Swamy, what he does is, look at this story. This shows the entire spiritual journey, at least according to Advaita Vedanta. And he divides it into 7 stages. Stage 1, Ajnana, ignorance. They don't know the 10th person. It starts there. They don't know. They can't find the 10th person. Ajnana. Then quickly it is followed by Brahma or Adhyasa technically. There is an error. Ignorance is usually followed by error. If we don't know, we end up making a mistake. What is the error? I can't find the 10th person. That's ignorance. And that means the 10th person might have drowned, has been kidnapped or whatnot. Missing. So that's ignorance. That's an error. Ignorance is I can't find the 10th person, the error is drowned. And then the result is, third step is dukkha, suffering. They wail and cry and they're in terror. What happened? Then the teacher comes and says, don't worry, the 10th person is there. This is the fourth stage. The fourth stage is paroksha jnana, indirect knowledge. Why indirect knowledge? Because remember, when that person said the 10th person is there, what was the reaction of all of them? Where? Well, you are telling us we will believe you. You seem to be a good person, you are telling us we'll believe you. So we'll believe you, you have told us, I've heard about it, I haven't found it out yet for myself. But, okay, I take it on trust. That's called paroksha jnana, indirect knowledge, not direct knowledge. We haven't found it out yet. Then the fifth stage comes when you are the 10th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I am the 10th. Now what was indirect knowledge? The 10th person is there. It is now found as I am the 10th person. Here, I get it. This is called direct knowledge. Aparoksha jnana, direct knowledge. And although technically if you translate, aparoksha jnana is non-indirect knowledge. Double negative is used. So direct knowledge. Then the sixth stage comes. What happens after direct knowledge? Dukkha nivritti. The sorrow, the 10th person is dead and we are crying for that. That goes away immediately. And then what happens after that? They are all happy. Ananda prapti. They attain their natural peace. So 7 stages. You're thinking, what were the first 3 again? Ajnana, ignorance. Then Brahma or Adhyasa, error, mistake. Then Dukkha, suffering. Then Paroksha Jnana, indirect knowledge. Then Aparoksha Jnana, direct knowledge. Then Dukkha Nivritti, cessation of sorrow. And then Ananda Prapti, attainment of peace or joy. So the 6th stage is overcoming stress. And the 7th stage is attainment of peace, what we were talking about. How does that work actually in Vedanta? So, the stage of ignorance is, according to Vedanta, what we think of ourselves right now. I am this person. Who are you? I am this person. I do not really know who I am. Because according to Vedanta, you are Brahman. You are infinite existence, consciousness, bliss. And our first reaction is, I don't think so. I think I'm this guy. And I have this little, my personal history. These are my problems. So we start there. That's ignorance. I don't know what I am. Since I don't know that I am Satchidananda Brahman, what I know is, the first thing that is presented to me, this mind, thoughts, feelings, emotions, memory, and this body. So this mind and body are presented to me in my awareness, so I immediately, error, mistake, I take it to be myself. Who am I? This one, here. What is this? I. You see the mutual imposition. What am I? This one. And what is this? I. So I mutually identify body and mind with the self, and the self with the body-mind. And this is called this adhyasa, imposition, superimposition. And this leads to suffering. Why does this lead to suffering? Naturally, the body and mind are deeply limited things. The moment I identify myself with that, I have disease and aging and ultimately death. I identify myself with the mind. I have desire and frustration. Even if I get fulfill my desires, then new desires come up. And I have envy and jealousy and hatred, negativities in the mind. All of that becomes mine. I am full of sorrow and trouble and misery. That comes from the error, and the error comes from the ignorance. So this sorrow and misery, this is the 3rd stage. In the 4th stage comes Vedanta. Vedanta says, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Taittiriya Upanishad. Brahman is infinite existence, consciousness. Our reaction is, good for Brahman, what is it to me? Tattvamasi, you are that. Then you cannot say that. You can't shrug, what is it to me? Brahman is infinite existence, consciousness, bliss. But when you say, you are that Brahman, we have to say, oh really? How is that possible? I think I'm this person. How am I infinite existence, infinite consciousness? I think I'm this body which is limited. It was born, it's going to die at one time, unfortunately. And it's a very limited size. Mind has very limited knowledge and capacity. And yes, consciousness, I understand. I have some consciousness. I'm a body with consciousness. But Vedanta says, no. You are consciousness itself, and limitless consciousness at that. in limitless existence, beyond the possibility of death, beyond the possibility of sorrow also. So this is told to us. What is this stage? The stage of paroksha jnana, indirect knowledge. Well, the Upanishad is telling us, Swami is telling us, let us accept it. All right, it's possible. Paroksha jnana. I accept it. I sort of understand it also, but it's not directly available to me right now. Can you show it to me directly? There's a time in the text, Vakya Vritti, when Shankaracharya, that he's written this book, the Guru is teaching the disciple. At one point, the Guru shows the disciple that you are not the body, not the mind. And the disciple says to the Guru, if I am not the body-mind, then show me what I am, like a fruit, karamalakavat, like a amalaki on the palm of my hand. Show me like that directly. Because body and mind is something that I directly experience. Now you're telling me I am not body-mind, then what I am, that you show me directly? The Upanishad takes up the challenge. Good, I will show you. And that showing how the Upanishad will show us, there Vidyanarayan Swamy, he connects it with the 10th man story. Just follow this technique right now, listen to it, and you can actually keep checking personally in your experience right now. So the Upanishad says that, so you don't think you are Satchidananda, Atman, Brahman? No. Then what do you think you are? Very clear, this one. So this body. All right, let's start with the body. I am this body. The Upanishad says this is called the Annamaya, the physical body, which is made or transformed out of food. It's a transformation of food. What we eat and drink is transformed into this body. So I am this body. This is a fact. All our bodies are basically transformations of food, what we eat and drink. So body is Annamaya, a transformation of food. And then the Upanishad says, okay, you think you're the body. Yes. But this body changes so much. From babyhood, what is born, from babyhood to childhood to teenage to middle age to old age, it changes so much. If you're a body, which one are you? We say, all of it. But that's not logical. The baby's body and the old person's body are so different in size and shape and look, and it's so different. If I am the same one, the one who was in the baby's body and one who was in this old person's body, if I am the same one, how can I be same as that one and this one? If A is not equal to C, how can B be equal to A and C at the same time? I'm using this language. One sadhu to whom it was said, dono hi hum hai. I am the baby's body also and the grown-up's body. Why? What is wrong in that? The sadhu said, Wah, gadha bhi aur ghoda bhi. How can you be a donkey and a horse at the same time? Very different. See, these are not, you might think that this is not exactly strict, rigorous proof, it's not mathematically rigorous. It is not. It's not meant to be a mathematical proof. It's meant to be more like a lawyer's argument, something that is sort of trying to convince a jury. So there are a battery of arguments. The Upanishad says, continuously changing body, and you have the intuitive feeling that I am the same person. How can you be the same person if you are that continuously changing body? Not only that, a deeper argument would be that this body is an object of your experience, right? And you are the experiencer. You are the drashta, the body is drishya. Drashta and drishya, the seer and the seen are always different. I see this must be different from my eyes. I experience the body, I see it, I can touch it, I can hear the tummy rumbling, I can feel it, the warmth of the body, I can even taste the taste of the body. All 5 senses objectify the body. So it's a thing, an object, it's drishya. I am the drashta, I am the experiencer of the body, just as I am the experiencer of this podium. How can this body be me? How can it be I? It's an object to me. So therefore, the body is a drishya, I am drashta. I cannot be the body, because drashta and drishya cannot be the same thing. One more argument. There are multiple arguments. Actually, I can give you at least 7, 8 or 9 arguments. But one more is, I am conscious of the body. The body itself is not conscious of me or itself or anything else. This is a very interesting way of looking at it. You are aware. All of us, we agree. I am aware. Whatever I am, I'm aware. I'm aware of the body. Is the body aware of me? I have a simple experiment. If I look at my hand, I am aware of my hand. Is the hand aware of me? Is it saying, hello Sarvapriyanand, a long time no see? No. It's an object. I have no experience of the sense that the hand is somehow aware of me. I am aware of the hand. Again, I know it's a strange way of arguing, but it's very intuitive. It's very, it's psychologically valid. That's how we feel from our experience. It's what philosophers would call a phenomenological argument, an argument from our experience, lived experience. Because the body changes, I do not change. Intuitively, I feel that. Savikara, nirvikara. Because the body is an object of experience, I am the experience, drashta, drishya and drashta. Because the body is not conscious, jada, and I am conscious of the body, chetna. Because of these reasons, I cannot be the body. And then we look inwards. Then what am I? If I'm not the body, I am there. But then what am I if I'm not the body? What other candidate can I propose? Well, then the Upanishad says, how about prana, life itself? Of which breathing is the most obvious manifestation. Life. Am I life? Good argument actually, a good candidate for the self. Am I life itself? And again, the same arguments. Does prana change? Yes, it changes. Breathing in and breathing out. Hunger and thirst. These are all manifestations of prana. I eat, hunger and thirst are gone. Tiredness and energy. Ill health and good health. All of these are manifestations of prana. And they keeps changing. But I am the same one who was hungry, now I am full. I am the same one who was sleepy, now I am alert. Same one who was ill, now I am healthy. I am the same one. Prana has changed substantially. Then how can I be the prana? Savikara, nirvikara. Is it a drishya, observable? Yes, it is. All your mindfulness meditation depends on that. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry in USA now. Mindfulness. Observe your breathing. Breathing in, I am peaceful. Breathing out, I am smiling. This is one exercise. Thich Nhat Hanh, miracle of mindfulness. He passed away recently. Enormous impact he had on the United States. But from a Vedantic perspective, we observe one thing, that breathing is observable. So, that means breathing is drishya, an object of observation. I am the drashta, the seer of the breath. How can the drashta and drishya be the same? How can I be the breath? By extension, how can I be prana? And then, consciousness, not conscious. I am conscious of breathing. Breathing is not conscious by itself. Remember, these are two subtle but close arguments, but they are not the same arguments. Drashta and drishya is one argument. Chetana and jada is another argument. They seem similar. Because of these reasons, I am not the prana. Good, the Upanishad says, then what are you? How about the mind? Do you think you are the mind? Anyantaratma manomayaha. We say, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I never wanted to say that I am the body or prana or any such silly thing. I am a mind, a thinking entity, a person with memories and ideas and a personal story, a personal biography. I am a person. Yeah, that's right. I am a mind. Does it change? Oh, it changes. From the morning till now, how many times bored, how many times excited, how many times relaxed, how many times annoyed, irritated, how many times happy, how many times sad or depressed. In one day, till now, how much it changes. The mind is the name of a stream of psychic changes. So mind changes, but I cannot deny. Whoever I am, whatever I am, I was the one who was bored. Now I am the one who is excited, hopefully. So mind, it changes so much. I am the same person, bored or excited. The same person who was, who was thinking one thing, now I'm thinking the other thing, or thinking nothing. So mind changes, I'm the same one. The mind is also observed. If we introspect, our thoughts, feelings, emotions, we feel it. Just look into your mind, you will feel it. I'm thinking this, I'm feeling that, I'm remembering the other thing, or I cannot remember that also. We observe the mind, the memory, the sensations. All of them are observed. Drishya, I'm the drashta of the mind, whatever I am. And even more interesting, and here it gets really strange and quite, something new we begin to see. The mind is not conscious in itself. We are conscious of the mind. You might say, whatever do you mean, Swami? Try this small experiment. Think a thought. Swami, no thought is coming. The mind is very mischievous. If you want to control the mind, full of thoughts. You want the mind, please think a thought. Swami is telling, no thought. All right, no thought, blankness. Whether it is a thought, a simple thought, let me suggest a simple thought, ABCD. We immediately thought ABCD. ABCD. Now, are you aware of ABCD or is ABCD aware of you? You say, of course I am aware of ABCD. ABCD is just like mental talk. It's not aware of me, it's not aware of anything else, not aware of itself also. Thoughts are like that. All thoughts, images, a mental talk to ourselves. Yeah. We are aware of them. They are not aware of us. They are not aware of each other also. They are not aware of themselves also. We are aware. Whatever I am aware of the thoughts. The thoughts are not conscious. Chetna jada. I am Chetna, thoughts are jada. This is a tremendous insight. This difference between consciousness and mind at this point, this is something basic in Vedanta. This is a thought that, this is an idea that is very much needed in modern consciousness studies, in modern philosophy of mind. We have been discussing this in philosophy departments with neuroscientists and all. When you will say consciousness studies, they mean mind. Mind and consciousness. But mind and consciousness are not the same. But without direct experience, thoughts are objects which we experience. Consciousness is that which experiences. They're two different things. So the mind, I am not the mind either. Why? Savikaratvat. Aham nirvikara. Mind is changing. I do not change. The mind is drishya. I am the drashta. The mind is jada. I am Chetana. Oh, then I am not the mind. No. Then what am I? Maybe I am the intellect, dividing the mind into another function, buddhi. The same argument applies that when you look at the intellect, the capacity of the mind by which we are trying to understand these things, whatever we try to understand. But that also, does it change? Yes, it changes from not understanding to understanding. I work hard at a mathematical problem, I don't get it, and suddenly I get it. The buddhi changed. From not understanding, not getting it, to understanding or getting it. Buddhi changes. I am the same one who did not understand. Now I am the same one who understood. So this not understanding and understanding, that refers to a changing buddhi. I am the same. Similarly, the buddhi is drishya. I am aware of the buddhi. And I am drashta. Buddhi is jada. I am Chetana. Therefore, I cannot be the buddhi. The Vidyanamaya kosha. Then what am I? Remember what we have already crossed. Physical body, Annamaya. The pranic body, Pranamaya. The mental body, Manomaya. The buddhi, Vidyanamaya. None of them I am. Why not? Because of these reasons. And remember, it's not an intellectual argument. You can actually see it for yourself. Changing, not changing. True or not in your own experience. Drashta and drishya. True or not in your own experience. Chetana and jada in our own experience. True or not. We can check. And therefore, I must admit that the body is there, mind is there, prana is there, buddhi is there, but I am not literally those things. They are there, just like this is there. Then what am I? If you push beyond that, you will find a blankness, just nothing. If you try experientially, if you say that body is not there, just simulate it. And the breath stops, don't stop breathing. And then the thinking has stopped, the buddhi has stopped. No memories, no sense of ego, no recollection, no sense perceptions. It's all stopped, silence. You'll just get silence, blankness. But that blankness, that's called the Anandamaya. That is also subject to change. According to Vedanta, there the three gunas are still playing. That's in the deep sleep stage. And that stage comes and goes also. We go into deep sleep and we come out of it. It's also a potential state where all our samskaras are in the seed form. So that Anandamaya, let's just take it that I am not that, because that's also something that is experienced. Now, whatever I said, whatever I thought I could be, this physical body, then inside more subtle breath, prana. Then more inside, anyavantaratma, more inside means again, not physically inside. If you physically go inside the body, you will get more body. And the worst part of the body. All sorts of icky, gooey, liquid stuff will come. But inward in our own experience, thoughts, I am not that also, manomaya. Look inwards, the buddhi which is active here, I am not even that, vijnanamaya. And beyond that, nothing, blankness, Anandamaya, not even that. Then what am I? If I am none of these, then I don't exist. But you do exist. In Upanishad, the student tells the teacher, Asad Brahma iti Veda Chet. Then Brahman is not there, Atman is not there. Whatever I thought I was, you said, no, you have convinced me. I also agree, I am none of these things. But then I can't find myself. What am I? I can't find myself. The teacher says, but you do exist. The 10th man does exist. How will you find? Normally, when we teach these things in any Vedanta textbook, you will find Panchakosha Viveka. You are not, the self is not Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vidyanamaya, Anandamaya. It is Atma, Satchidananda. Done, finished. Disaster. You know why it's a disaster? The Upanishad does not do this. Upanishad goes up to the Anandamaya, the blankness, darkness. It's such a skillful teacher. Such a skillful teacher. The ultimate in pedagogy. It goes up to that darkness, blankness, and then stops. Doesn't say anything. This is where Vidyanaraya brings in the 10th man story. He says, now you will use the 10th man story. Let's see if it works. You can try it now. At best, you'll become illumined. At worst, you'll fall asleep. This is one of the two things. These are the only two outcomes in Vedanta. Usually people fall asleep or they become illumined, enlightened. How will the 10th man story work? I'll first tell you a little bit and then we'll try it for ourselves. So as we consider the body, the prana, the mind, this is like counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There is the 10th man. You are the 10th. Dashamastvamasi. This turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then 10th. This turn we will have to do for ourselves. You see, let me ask you the question. Why did this person not find the 10th man? Why this person did not find? He found 9. Why did he not find the 10th one? He will say he did not count himself. He did not count himself. But let me ask you a more pertinent and deeper question. Why did he not count himself? He was seeing outside. But why was he seeing outside? Because there's a very good reason why he was seeing outside. This is the basis of why it's so difficult in consciousness studies to understand what consciousness is. Exactly the 10th man story. Why was he seeing outside? Because the other 9 were? Other 9 were visible outside. He has pretty good precedent that the 10th man must be outside. Why? Those 9 other fellows are outside. Where else will the 10th man be? Everything that we have found in our lives till now, every experience we have had, whatever we have seen, is an object. It's an object externally in the world which we can see, hear, smell, taste, touch, or it's an object in our minds. Thoughts, emotions, ideas, personality, memories, desires, projects. They are all objects. Till we have come to this idea, that's it, that's reality. What else can there be? So this consciousness, Atman, Brahman, where even if we say it is non-objective, pure subject, we may use those words, we're still looking for an object. We're still looking for an object. To cure us of that sort of almost incurable objectifying tendency, the Upanishad keeps quiet at that point. And then we will use the 10th man maneuver to see ourselves as the pure subject, not as object. See, if the Upanishad had said, this is the Anandamaya, and then beyond this, you are Atma. If it had said it outright, what would have happened to us? We would have started looking for one Atma. Here I have found the Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vidyanamaya, Anandamaya. Now where is that Atma? Never find it. Never find it. I never quote Jiddu Krishnamurti, but here I have to quote him. He said, you have invented these terms, Atman, Brahman. Try to find it, you will never ever find it. Why? Because he says, these are his words, this is because it is empty. It is empty of anything called a self. You'll never ever find it because it does not exist as an object. But he never says it does not exist at all. That's why I always consider Advaita Vedanta and Shunyavada Buddhism, Madhyamaka Buddhism, seems to be absolutely opposite, but they are very good correctives for each other. Because if you follow Advaita Vedanta closely, it seems to talk about something called Atman, Brahman, consciousness, Satchidananda. It's not a thing. Here, I may differ with Krishnamurti on many points, but here Krishnamurti is absolutely right. It's not a thing. You can never find it. And if you follow Tibetan Buddhism, Madhyamaka Buddhism closely, you will end up thinking they're talking about nothing. But that's not true. That's not fair. They clearly say, we are not talking about asat, non-existence. So when you put them together, you realize it's not a thing. The ultimate reality is not a thing. It's not nothing also. It is no thing. No hyphen thing. So that turn. Let us try it and then we'll take questions. All right, if you feel like, if you're comfortable, just sit upright, relaxed. What we will do now, we'll put our attention to the physical body. We'll slowly turn our attention inwards to the breath, breathing in, breathing out, attention. You have to put attention there and note, this is pranamaya. Then turn your attention further inwards to thoughts, whatever is coming. If thoughts are not coming, you can use ABCD or blank. And you say, this is manomaya. It's an object, it's not me. Then turn your attention even further, subtly, to the intellect, which the analytical faculty which I am using right now. And again use those arguments and say, this is not me. Then blank, absolutely nothing. Stop. Not me. Then you have to do this, turning that I cannot teach you. Tattvamasi is that you are the 10th, Dashamastvamasi. That pointing towards yourself, that witness of these 5 sheets, the luminosity which illumines these 5, what is experiencing these 5? What is the one looking at those 9? That is the 10th. To whom are these 5 Panchakosha appearing? Who is the one counting and examining these Panchakosha or illumining them? That one. We will see now. All right, this is the procedure. Breathe in and out, relaxed. Tighten hands and feet muscles or thigh muscles, tummy muscles a little bit and let them go. And notice, this is the body, Annamaya Kosha, the Annamaya. And I am not this ever-changing, Drishya, Jadas, non-sentient, object of experience, ever-changing. I, the unchanging experiencer, conscious, am not this body. Look inwards. Shift your attention to the breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Just now, what happened? Notice that. It's a changing thing. It's a drishya. I experienced it. It is not aware. I am aware of it. I, the awareness, the drashta, the unchanging, cannot be this changing drishya, jada, breath, prana. Then turn your attention inwards to thoughts. Right now, you're having sensations, thoughts, memories. At the very least, you're listening to my words and understanding them. Those are thoughts. But they are also changing. These thoughts are also changing. These thoughts are also drishya, experienced. I am the experiencer of these thoughts, clearly. These thoughts are not aware. I am aware of them. These thoughts are savikara, drishya, jada. I am nirvikara, drashta, and chetna. I cannot be these thoughts. And turn inwards further. The intellect itself, it's part of the mind itself, but that which is trying to understand, which is the faculty of comprehension, that also changes. That is also seen, drishya. That is also jada. I am the witness of the buddhi. Vidyanamaya also I am not. Then try to simulate, I am not experiencing a world. I am not hearing anything, seeing anything, smelling anything, tasting, touching anything. I am not thinking of anything, remembering anything. I am not imagining anything, waiting for anything. I am not even thinking I. Just blank, something like deep sleep experience. But that also is an object, a blankness, an absence. And I am aware of that absence. From that absence, like that turning into the you are the tenth, who or what is observing? Now here one subtle thing, do not try to grasp the observer. We'll never find it. You'll just find emptiness. Just meticulously purge yourself, the observer of all observed. Not body, not breath, not mind, not intellect, not blankness. What is it? Stay with that. This silent luminosity to which everything appears. Notice, it does not change. Everything else changes. Notice, it does not worry. It has nothing to worry about. It does not feel fear. It does not feel anything. It illumines feelings in the mind. It is just shining, light shining. Being changeless, it cannot die. Being beyond thought, it neither feels fear nor anxiety. It has no sense of being incomplete, no desires. This one is always present. This luminosity, which I am. Now, if you feel comfortable, you can slowly open your eyes. And notice something interesting. That luminosity, that light which illumines the darkness of the blankness, that is still there now. It is that light which illumines the mind, and through the mind the body. It is that light which experiences the world through the senses. You are, I am, always that light, and that light alone. With a layer of the mind, that light now illumines thoughts. With a layer of the senses, now that light illumines seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching. With the layer of the body, that light now has the capacity to do action in the world and move around and interact. But always, I am that light. And as that light, that luminosity, that 10th man, that pure subject away from all the 5 objective sheets of the personality, that entirely problem-free existence, that I am all the time. Tattvamasi. That one is beyond stress. If there is stress in the body-mind, that's the one which illumines the stress in the body-mind. But it does not have stress by itself. It cannot. That one does not need peace, attainment of peace. No, it is peace itself. Mandukya calls it Shantam. Not Shanti Purna. Not Shanta. Shantam means it is peace itself. And when the knowledge of I am that comes to the mind becomes peaceful. Mind gets Shanti. It's a peace which cannot be lost. It's always there. It just has to be recognized. This light, this luminosity which we are, is always available. You may not think about it, but it's always there if you note. And anytime you want, it's available to us. If there's a problem, if anxiety comes in the mind, for example, then mind, anxiety is there, it was not there, it has come, appearing to that one light. I am that light, not the anxiety in the mind. You'll find the anxiety also slowly fades away. I am always that light. This is Atma Jnanam. From this perspective, I'll just add one more point. Then we start acting in the world. It's not that you step away from the world, that I am this light and that's it, it's all finished. No, the world is there. Body and mind are appearing as this witness consciousness. When I engage now with the body mind and through the body mind into the world, I engage from a position of security, a position of peace, a position of completeness. Then my engagement with the world will have a qualitative difference. I will engage not as an anxious person. Who's that writer who said, most men live lives of quiet desperation. No more quiet desperation. And relaxed. Swami Vivekananda met the great agnostic, who's that person? Robert Ingersoll in America. In fact, if you Google, recently a book was published from Yale University about his life, Robert Ingersoll's life. It's called The Great Agnostic. So Ingersoll told Swami Vivekananda, I don't need your spirituality, religion. I believe in this life only. And I believe in squeezing the orange of this life dry to the last drop. Swami Vivekananda said, I believe that too. And then he says, but I differ in my choice of fruit. I prefer a mango. But I know that I cannot die. Therefore, I am not in a hurry. I have no fear or no anxiety. Therefore, I enjoy the squeezing of the fruit. Squeeze the fruit in this way and gain 10,000-fold more. Get every last drop. This is the way to lead life. Thank you very much.